I didn't look at it really. I was doing some work on my computer, and I was being advised by my friends and relatives of certain embarrassments which we faced yesterday. For example, I was told that the president of Nigeria, Daniel Ortega, had to stay in the plane for some 3 hours before he was able to exit the plane. I was told that the Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, had to stay in the plane for 45 minutes before he came out. I was told that the Prime Minister, Patrick Manning, he of course missed the arrival time of President Obama, and when Obama plane landed, Manning's car was still in Macoya Junction, and they had an obscure Minister of Foreign Affairs, Pamela Gopi School, to go to meet the most powerful president in the world. The most powerful leader in the world today was not met by any top official, wasn't met by the Prime Minister of this country, but was met by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who knows nothing about foreign and little bit about affairs. What is even more important, I was told, and for me it is a sign of utter disgust, I was told that there were 5 members of the opposition who went yesterday to that disaster of a summit. I was told you had Chandra Sharma. I was told that you had Hassan Barra. I was told that you have Mr. Pandey and Mrs. Pandey, and I was told you had Michaela. And I said to myself, how much lower can we go? How can we be critical of Mr. Manning and his extravagance if we go to a summit, and we take part in it as they did yesterday? What party do we have? If not even on one important issue can we take a common stand. And then as I looked at the summit later on last night, and I saw Mr. Manning go to talk, I asked myself, where is his Balizetai? Because in Parliament, in the highest forum of the land, he comes with a Balizetai. And if he comes to our Parliament with a Balizetai, why didn't he go with one yesterday to the summit when he was showing off? Wouldn't it be correct and best for him to go to show off his party and his tie in what he considers to be the highest summit ever? My dear friends, we are so foolish as a people. When I look and see what Obama has done in other countries and what he has failed to do in ours, I hang my head in shame. He went to London. He walked the streets of London and spoke to the people in London. He went to France. He walked the streets of France and spoke to the people in Paris. He went to Germany. He walked the streets of Germany and spoke to the people in Berlin. He went to Mexico before he came here. One of the most crime-ridden countries in the world. And yet, he walked the streets of Mexico and spoke to the people in Mexico. And when he comes here yesterday, he is hidden from us. He is Mr. Manning's toy. We are allowed to see him. If I were Prime Minister of this country, ever, and a man like Obama come here, I would make sure that we line the streets, we line the Eastern Main Road, and Obama would come here in an open vehicle where our young people, our residents and so on, would see him and wave to him. Not only the people on the Beatham who jumped the boom. I would call a rally at the Hazy Crawford Stadium for all the schools, all the young people, and let this first African-American president talk to the young people and give them a sense of hope. I would have got 30,000 children. I would have spent less money for the police to come here this morning and more to transport the children to the Hazy Crawford Stadium to listen to Obama and let this man, the most powerful man in the world, give our young people a sense of hope. Oh my God, why have we failed? Why are we continuing to fail our people? Whenever again will we have this opportunity? Obama is the second American president to ever come to this country. The first one was Roosevelt. And I tell you this, for a long, long time to come again, no other US president will come here. And in any case, no other president in the mold of Barack Obama. And we miss that. We miss that. because Patrick Manning wants him to be his own baby? I tell you, therefore, there's a price to pay for these things. You know? There's a price to pay for these things. And worst of all, at the end of the day, ask yourself, how much did it cost us? How much did it cost us? Up to last night, the figure being touted was $2 billion. $2 billion. I read where Mariano Brown said that they have gone over budget. When they say they go over budget, they're talking about like a LARA stadium that began at 275 million and just passed $1 billion and they finished yet. So he says they're over budget. So $2 billion they spend. $2 billion, and less than a mile away, the people there don't have water. $2 billion, and less than a mile away, the drains are clogged. Garbage, uncollected. $2 billion, and less than a mile away, the communities there have of course the highest crime rate. No homes. $2 billion, and less than a mile away, you have horrendous traffic jam. I ask you, is it fair to us? Who, what, or when will we beg the cat? The time has come, you know. The time has come for all of us. All of us. Welcome, Gypsy. I will learn for you here. The time has come for all of us to stand and be counted. I said to myself, you know, in every country you go, there is what you call legitimate protest. We are denied. We have been made foreigners in our own country that we can't even protest. We can't even walk the street. And worse yet, they're taking off people off a plane, handcuffing them before they even land. What crime has been committed? What crime has been committed for you to go on a plane, handcuff a passenger, and send him back home? It is as bad as that. And if we stay silent, and if we don't criticize these things, the time will come when it will happen to us as well. Yeah. Let what's happening today be an example to all of you. This is the price we pay for a man who has megalomaniac dreams. This is the price we pay for a man who wants, as Ami said earlier on, to walk in the mold of a Mugabe. And we have to stand and be counted. The fact is, the time will come when some of us may have to be in prison. The time may come when some of us may have to be beaten. Amen. I tell you this morning, it is coming. And when that time comes, don't run from it. If it means that you have to be in prison and to be beaten to of course cause change, then it is worth it. The licks is worth it. I know you want to be the first to be beaten. The first to be beaten. I thank you. Thank you very much for that from Siberia. First to be beaten. I tell you this, I want to be the second. The fact is this. The time has come when you have to stop being afraid. Stop being afraid and stop asking your neighbor to do for you what you should do for yourself. The time has come. Yesterday, I was told that in one of the stores in Port of Spain, Roma store, I was told that Clive Nunes was cussing the store owner because he didn't close the store. If that is so, Clive Nunes, I'm ashamed of you. When he closes the store, who will pay his workers? That's right. Who will pay his workers? And this is what is sad in the country. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is complaining. Custom workers to go home. Who's complaining? Immigration workers to go home. Who is complaining? All where you turn, night and day, workers are sent home. Sent home. Companies are closing down. Who's complaining? But the time will come. If we remain silent too long, the time will come when all of us will have to take the blame. And therefore, this morning, I want to say it gives me the greatest pride to join with the Tobago Civil Rights Association as CHAGUANAS West Foundation for Justice. For me, the greatest justice that we could do today is to come here with you and protest against what is happening in this fair land of ours. Young and old, I am happy today to see young and old, African and Indian, black and white. I'm happy today to see that all of you have come here to be counted. You consider yourself to be a part of history today. You consider yourself to be a part of history in the positive sense. Man is making history down there in the negative sense. We are doing here in the positive sense. And let today, this summit of Tarouba rise as a phoenix of change. I thank you.
I think we can do a little bit. Let's put our hands together. Yeah. There's the man himself, President of